The Georgia Bulldogs and Gunner Stockton Lasso the Texas Longhorns Saturday night in Athens, Georgia, defeating the Longhorns 35-10. Welcome, my friends, to another sports edition of the Buckeye VINNIE YouTube channel sports show. Sit back, relax, my friends. Let's talk some college football. What more can you say right now? Coach Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs coming into this game Saturday night against Texas, ranked 5th in the country. I'm sure they're going to move up maybe a spot for sure. And what more can you say? This is a very hot football team right now. They have won 36 out of their last 37 home games in Sanford Stadium. And right now they are 9-1 on the year, 7-1 in the SEC. Now for me, they went into the locker room with the Dawgs leading 14-3. Second half, it got very interesting. Right in the third quarter, Texas scored to make it 14-10. Now, my friends, entering the fourth quarter, this was anybody's game. But like the Dawgs have been doing, they've been pulling out the close games, and they just destroyed Texas in the fourth quarter, outscoring Texas 21-0 in the fourth quarter to go on to win this game 35-10. My friends, if you look at the overall yardage, Georgia total offense 357 yards, Texas 274. Wow. Georgia on the ground, rushing attack. Now Georgia came in averaging 197 yards rushing per game against their opponents. Saturday night, they managed 128 rushing yards. Texas, on the other hand, could only muster 23 net rushing yards. Wow. This was the difference of the game, my friends. And I said in my other video, number one, I predicted Georgia would beat Texas. And I also predicted Texas would not be able to stop Georgia's offense. Sure enough, they could not. What another good game by the Gunner Stockton. 24 out of 29. 229 yards passing, 4 touchdown strikes, 1 interception, and my friends, he also ran for a touchdown. So he accounted for all 5 of Georgia Bulldogs touchdowns. Amazing. 4 in the air, 1 on the ground. They were led on the ground by Nate Frazier. 16 carries, 72 yards. He did a nice job balancing that rushing attack. Like I mentioned, Gunner Stockton, 6 carries, 29 yards, and a rushing touchdown. The skilled set position players, the wideouts, Zachariah Branch played a good game. Caught 6 balls for 41 yards. Noah Thomas, 4 catches for 32, but 2 out of those 4 were touchdown grabs. So my friends, bottom line, you know, if you're a Dogs fan right now, you are liking what you are seeing, without a doubt. I thought Georgia's defense, another game where they played very well. You know, against Kentucky, Georgia's defense played very well. Against Auburn, Georgia's defense looked very good. And, you know, overall, Georgia's coming in doing very well. Now, Georgia was averaging, giving up 19 points per game coming into this game, and they only yielded 10 to Texas. Now, my friends, we're talking about a Texas team that, number one, was only giving up 16 points per game, and they gave up 35. Texas also came into this game averaging 35 points per game, and the Georgia Bulldogs defense stymied them to just 10 points. Arch Manning, QB1 for Texas, not a great game. 27 out of 43, 251 yards. A lot of those yards came later in the game. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Arch Manning rushing the ball, not good at all. 5 carries, minus 17 yards. And this is a very good rushing quarterback. But my friends, bottom line, Texas just could not get the offense clicking at all. We had Trey Wisner, their leading back, 9 carries, 37 yards, and that was it. You know, when you fall behind, You have to basically abandon the rushing attack because, without a doubt, they had to get back into this game in the fourth quarter, but obviously it was too late. That is why Arch Manning had 43 passing attempts to attempt to get his team back into this game, but no dice, my friends. I got to give Coach Mike Bobo, the offensive coordinator for Georgia, a lot of credit. Once again, he came out establishing Nate Frazier early in this game. Like I mentioned, 16 carries for 72 yards. Frazier did a nice job. Like always, Chauncey Bowens, he contributed very well. Not just rushing the ball, but I believe he had like 3 catches coming out of the backfield. So overall, this was a very nice win for the Georgia Bulldogs, without a doubt, defeating Texas for the 3rd straight time now. Georgia defeated Texas twice last season, once in the regular season, once in the overtime SEC Conference Championship, and now once again in 2025 regular season. So, my friends, bottom line, Georgia Bulldogs definitely has Texas number, without a doubt. Georgia goes to 9-1 on the year. This is a very hot football team. And 7-1 in the SEC. On the other hand, Texas 7-3 on the season, 4-2 in the SEC conference. My friends, I basically said in my last video that this was a must-win for Texas if they wanted to keep their top 12 playoff hopes alive in college football. I believe, without a doubt, Texas losing should definitely bump them out of the top 12. Texas came into this game ranked 10th, and I specifically mentioned that this game was do or die for the Texas Longhorns and Coach Sarkisian. Unfortunately, if you're a Longhorns fan, your team just couldn't get it done. Like I mentioned, they kept it close. End of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, it was 14-10. This was anybody's ball game. But my friends, bottom line, offensively, Georgia really started clicking in that second half. They outscored in the second half Texas 21-7 and outscored Texas just alone in the fourth quarter 21-0 to go on to win 35-10. And bottom line, I've always said games are always won or lost in the trenches. Offensive line, a superb job pass protecting Gunnar Stockton. Big reason why Gunnar did very well. He's having a lot of protection in his last 4 or 5 ball games, and that is a key. Offensive line did a nice job opening up holes for Bowens, Gunnar, and obviously Nate Frazier. So my friends, bottom line, defensive line, I thought they put the heat on Arch Manning. They did not give him enough time to go back and scope out his wide receivers. They forced him to throw the ball early and often. And so that's a big turning point in this game. Once again, it was only 14-10 entering the fourth quarter. Anybody's ball game. But like always, Georgia, they just find a way to open up games. They find ways to come back. Great teams know how to win games like this. And Coach Kirby Smart has his Bulldogs playing some really good fundamental football, without a doubt. My friends, once again, Bulldogs go on to win 35-10. Bulldogs go to 9-1 on the year. Longhorns 7-3. My friends, if you haven't yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. If you like this video, please click the like button. Like always, please check out Super Thanks. Not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to respond back, so please comment down below. My friends, like always, peace out. God bless you all. And until next time, my friends, keep the faith. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. And my friends, college football 2025, like always, is getting very heated and very exciting. Until next time, keep on watching, keep on liking, keep on subscribing. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.